There we go. Okay, so that's working. I'm not sure what. Oh, I mean, I know why it wasn't working before. Um, so the reason why there's a green screen behind me is because I just came back from um, my job's Christmas party. It was a virtual party, so we had like backgrounds and green screens and all kinds of stuff going on. It was pretty cool. I got to meet some of my coworkers, which was really awesome. Um, what else? There was a scavenger hunt, so we were able to like, they would say like, hey, uh, try and find a candy cane or something. So then you had to kind of like run around your room and try and find a candy cane. I didn't have anything. What's up, Jim? So I did have a couple of things. I had like a light ruler, Bosch ruler, like a digital ruler. This is cool too. It's a laser ruler. Um, some pens, and that's it. I had like a flashlight. They didn't ask for any of this stuff though. It was more like Christmas themed stuff. Like a holiday theme. So makes sense. I didn't win any of the scavenger hunt stuff. I won none of the. No, I'm not using my green screen now. The green screen is because I said this when I first turned on the camera. The green screen is because I I virtually went to my company's holiday party. That's how we're doing it this year. They're doing one of two things. They're doing a virtual party tonight, and then they're doing an in-person one next month, which I think is the way to do it. So the option to do one or the other or both. I'll probably only just do the one. The other one, it's in like like way north, almost like New York City area. I know I didn't win anything, and I'm just thinking like, do I want to drive an hour and a half each way? I would like to. It's going to be I think it's on a Friday night. It's on a Friday night, so I'd have to like take off of work here. Take off of the stream, which is fine because no one really tends to stream. Not that I can blame them. I don't do anything during the stream. And then, but it's really just the driving that freaks me out. It's not even like the price of gas or the tolls. Really, it's like the I don't know. I just don't want to ever drive ever again. So that's it. That's it. If you want to write some music, we can write some music. I'm one day closer to owning a house. The cool thing is that the house actually, I put in a lower offer. House hunting is going well. I put in a lower here. I'm going to do one of these things. Hold on, let's go here. Let's do this. And then I will do this. There we go. Check. Let's see if this is up. Let me go here. Check. Yeah, there we go. Oh, no, that's the mic. Here we go. This is better. There we go. This one's better. So the thing that I liked about the house, I mean, it's not a spectacular house. It's not great. But the thing that I do like about it is that I came down in price and that they matched the price by a lot. So we didn't sign anything yet, but so far they said, yeah, let's just do it. Let's just get rid of this thing. And so that will be it. It'll be my orchestra just kind of running inside of a house, which is probably the weirdest thing you could think of. It's not that weird though. So that's it. Let me fire up open basement. It's an open basement. It's as open as you can get. I mean, there's the lally poles, like the vertical columns, but what you're going to do, the other option is you buy a house with a 3-car garage, but the 3-car garage thing just creates so many other issues. And I didn't know it until I started shopping around and looking at houses, but you do the 3-car garage. The problem with the 3-car garage, my biggest fear of it, is let's say you buy this house. Let's say it's a $200,000 house and you're on a 30-year mortgage. You set everything up. You set up the cameras, the lights, everything, and you start recording, and then the neighbors complain next door. There's a noise complaint. And then your whole operation, your $250,000 operation, whatever it costs, $2,000 a month mortgage to get it going, is just now it's gone. then you got to sell the house and rebuy a house with a basement. So I'm not crazy about the columns in the basement. It'll visually distort the orchestra recording, the visuals of it, but it won't really change the acoustics at all. But it solves so many more problems. For one, houses with basements are almost $100,000 cheaper than houses with 3-car garages. I can record at 2 o'clock in the morning and no one will hear me. I don't have to do anything. I don't have to soundproof. To soundproof a garage will cost me about $10,000. The other option is I record at a recording studio, or I record here in this apartment in my living room. They would shut me down so fast though. The neighbors would complain. They would kick me out. Green screen the pillars. I didn't even think. That's funny. That's funny. I didn't even think about that. That is a funny idea. No, I'm thinking. I have one of 2 ideas, and they're both fantastic ideas. The one idea is to turn the pillar into a tree trunk. That's one of my ideas. Like I want some kind of some kind of like native. Like here, watch. Let me show you. Let me see if I can even show you. Like how do I do this? Share, screen share, here. Okay, so like tree trunk lally pole like that. Oops, no, not that one. This one, something like that. So where it's like the poles behind there, you can even see the circuit right there. But you make it a tree trunk, which I think is a fantastic idea. There was another cool idea where they put a swing here, like next to the tree trunk lally pole, and they painted the ceiling green, just the part to make it look like the brush of the tree, which I think is such a cool idea. Like here, tree basement column. Like this is cool with a swing. Here, this is cool. Is that not cool or what? They made it like a basil tree or whatever you call it, and they painted the ceiling green to the tree and then the swing coming down, which I think is so creative. And it makes, I feel like if you do a recording like that with an orchestra and then like you designed the poles to look really cool, I think that would be so hip. So the other option is I just paint it black. But if it's something, if it should be something visual for a YouTube channel, I do feel like painting a pole like that would be so cool. But like once you own the house, you can own the basement, you can do whatever you want. And if it doesn't look good, then you just paint it over. It's just paint. It's a $20 worth of paint. So, but I think that would look so cool. You could conduct on the swing. Yeah, that's right. Yeah. Do the tree or fake marble. Fake marble. Well, no, I'm thinking about just keeping it really simple. Like, just like this. Like, I'm thinking of like, where am I? Here we go. I'm thinking something like this. Like, just like a black lally pole. Like that. Maybe without definitely without the trim on the top. But just that, without the pool table in the back, obviously. Which is a black lally pole. It doesn't have to be crazy. It'd be kind of cool if you do it like this. Oh no. Oh yeah, this is one idea where they turn the pole into a shelf, which I think is a good idea. But yeah, just a pole like this, black. Because it's going to be black anyway. The recording is going to be black because everything in the background, like it's going to be like here. Let me see if I can show you. Like it's going to be like this. Oh, here, string quartet. It would be like Dark Star. Like where's that at? If I can find it. Here, Dark Star. And video. So it would be like this. So there's me conducting, right? And you just make it a sea of darkness, which I think would be such a cool professional look. But this would be my basement, right? You would just have a giant black room, black ceilings, black columns, black lally poles, bright lights, black seats, black music stands, black floor. I think that's really the play. You make it all black. Or you do some kind of like subdued hue where if it's not if you're not going to do a deep black, that might be a little bit too dark. Yeah, like a dark purple or some kind of like subdued like a dark metallic gray, but not like a deep gray, but a sort of like almost like a bold gray, sort of like the color of my hat, sort of. Actually, almost exactly the color of my hat. I think something like that would look cool. So like a dark gray, and then maybe do an accent wall, which I think would be cool, like a dark gray basement with a dark purple accent wall. I think would be kind of cool. Let me actually do let me see if let me see. Like here, I just did. Like, let's see if there's something like that. If I could do, like, basement accent wall. Like, I don't know about any of these. Yeah, I guess that's kind of cool, right? Like, but see, they don't have any lally poles there. But something like that would be cool, right? See how this is somewhat dark, like a dark, like the color of wood, like that dark brown wood, like that organic, beautiful oak color. I don't know if oak is dark, but like a darker wood, not bright, like this. Excuse me, like this, like a dark wood. I feel like that would be a cool look too, because then it's the color, it's the native texture and the native emotion of an orchestra, because you're surrounded by wood, right? Like wooden violins and wooden cellos and wooden bows and wooden oboes, or not wooden oboes, but like you're surrounded by wood and all that brushed metal. I like that idea too. So there's some things that I can do here. I got to think of how I'm going to do it. It would be really cool to have, that's all. So let me see. Let's see. So that's it. Do you want to write a little bit of music, and then we'll just kind of get the party going a little bit? Nothing crazy. I'm not going to be writing long. Let's see, like this has to be. Oh, this has to go through external headphones. Does this go through? Let me see if this goes through the stream. Okay, so I think you can hear me now, right? Let me see if this works. Wait, check one. Wait, hold on. Check. Oh yeah. So that's working. Okay, you can hear the song, right? Good. Okay, cool. Okay, you like this song that I'm working on? All right. This song's got one of those like weird songs that I don't know. If I died tomorrow, and no one released the song, I'd probably be okay with it. Like. I feel like this is not like my magnum opus, but my thing is like, you just got to do it. You just got to record it, release it. So here, I'll play for you really quick. All right, so here, this part, let me see, let me go here. I don't know. Hmm. Hmm. This is out. I wouldn't, I really like, okay, okay, all right. So let me see. The problem, Jim, with this house buying thing is that there are three different houses that I love. My realtor today said, dude, you got to just pick one, man. And it's like they all have their own little character, and you have to pick like which of your three children that you want. Now, I shouldn't get that attached to these houses, because one, I'm throwing this house away when I'm done with it in 3 years. This is a place for me just to record. The two music studios that I called locally here, they didn't even get back to my messages today. They're probably slammed with work because of COVID. You know, like bands are finally starting to like record again and whatever. So I think that avenue is going to be very difficult for me to go down. So I think, like, I don't want to like, oh, what am I doing? I don't want to get too attached to these houses, but you know, they all are very, very cool. I mean, they're on the lower end of the spectrum, but they each have their own kind of character, which I find very attractive. But the thing is, like, don't get attached to it because at any 2 month, uh, you know, at any 2 month period in your life, you would have picked a different house, right? If I'm house hunting in 6 months from now, then these houses that I came across to this week, I would have never even seen, and you know, so you know, it doesn't really matter. I just got to get going. You know, I just got to go. I just got to go. I just texted my realtor. He said that we're going back and forth on the negotiations. He's like, "Do you want to come up in price?" And I'm like, "No, no, I don't. I do not want to go up in price ever. I'm trying to start an orchestra. I can't go up in price. Either they come down or we move to the next house." It's not like that. But I would think of walking away and not even caring about this house. But it's a cool house. It's like, it's a house. It's not like the coolest house ever. It's just a house with like a basement for me to record in. And that's really all I care about. Dude, these violas are way too high. Like, look at this. This is an octave too high. I mean, that's below middle C. Even that's kind of getting a little bit. All right, so let's see what we're doing here. Let's see what we're doing here. So I feel like, let me see. G, okay, so this G can go away because you're doubling up on the G. This ABBB could probably be taken out. GBDA. And if you wanted to, you could probably give this to the flutes. Like this. This might be kind of weird. Hold on. So instead of that, let's just do this as quarter notes. I feel like it would sound better as a quarter note. And if I brought this up, something like that. So, like this. Yeah, it does sound empty without those strings playing in thirds, huh? I mean, I'm just trying to think they're not going to be able to sight read that. That's my problem. Like, if I wanted to, I can make these notes anything. The problem is, like, just because the computer can play doesn't mean that like a real living, breathing musician can play it. So. So this part. So this part should probably go to the flutes, up an octave. Something like this. Yeah, they can practice, but it's not an easy practice. It's just it's an arpeggio with like a lot of jumps and leaps. Don't budge on the strings part. Sounds too good. I thought you were going to say don't budge on the price of the house. Because we're going back and forth. It's a lot of money. Man, when you look at these numbers, when you see the number 200000 on your phone, you go, dude, you're almost at $250,000 and the house isn't even that big. It's just what you get in New Jersey. And you're just like that is such real money. That's like, I don't know. Like whenever everyone says, if you work hard, then you'll become a millionaire. And it's just like, dude, like, you got me almost halfway to a millionaire with this house. Because in order to buy the $200,000 house, you need to pay like $450,000 over the life of the loan for 30 years. At least that's how it's aggregated. You're not paying that whole thing because you're not owning the house for 30 years. But man, when you look at the number on the contract, it gets, well, in this case, it's a text message from my realtor. You look at the number and you start freaking out. You're like, oh my God, dude, should I even do this? This is just stupid. That's before you even buy toilet paper or hire your orchestra players. If your outgoing expenses are $2,000 a month, and then the mortgage is another $1,500 or whatever it is, you better hope that you don't get laid off next year, or else you are deep, deep shit, man. Oh, it's all I can think about. Oh my God. Yeah, dude, Jim. Oh man. Oh my God. I don't know how I'm going to afford this thing. Holy crap. And this is it ain't a great house. I mean, it doesn't have bed bugs, but I mean, it's got a basement. That's all I give a crap about. But why am I buying a basement for $200,000? I should move to Florida and buy a crap. But see, Florida doesn't have basements. That's my problem. This is such a well-engineered solution that I have. I've went through every scenario. You can't move to Florida because they don't have basements. You can't move to Delaware across from New Jersey because it's so far away from where I'm at. And the musicians would never drive there. Maybe there are good musicians in Wilmington, Delaware. I'm guessing there probably are. But then it's going to take you 3 months to find all these musicians again. I mean, I just got to go. And the path of least resistance is just to do it here in Jersey and eat that tax. It's the taxes that are going to kill you. It's not the house. I could do the house. $200,000 on a 30-year mortgage is like $900 a month. I could do that. That's what my rent is. It's when you add the property taxes, which are $700 or whatever it is, $500, $600, $700 a month, $800 a month, whatever it is. it gets, now you're getting up to $1,500 a month. That's before you even do anything. Your settlement cost on the house, toilet paper, if your door breaks and you have to fix the door. What if my car breaks down? You know, like, whatever. What if I get sick in the hospital? What if I have to fly to, I mean, I don't want to be house poor, but I can't record at a recording studio. I've tried it. I've tried MIDI. I've tried the opera thing. I've tried recording in a studio. I've tried recording at the orchestra hall. I've tried everything. I've tried the cover songs. I've tried everything except the way it should have been. It should have been me in a basement recording an orchestra every week. And I get so mad because I was doing this 5 years ago, 6 years ago at this point. Oh. See, this is easy. When they're playing, it'll be okay. Just, yeah, no, I just gotta do it. Listen, if the realtor knows my whole story. He actually knows about the accident and everything even before I made him my realtor because he's my childhood friend. Even he said to me, if things get really hairy for whatever reason, you get laid off, the company does layoffs or fires people, or you can't make rent 1 month for something for whatever reason or whatever, or you don't like the house, whatever. In a worst case scenario, there's two things that I care about. There's another room for a roommate. If things ever got really hairy, I could probably get another roommate to cover my expenses a little bit, and I'd probably be okay. The second thing, which is a big part of this whole thing, is that if the sellers if they come down and they meet me at this price, then I don't think I'm going to get hurt on this house. Like, if I have to sell the house in 3 years, I don't think it's going to be a short sale. Like, if you buy the house for $200,000, I don't think it's going to be worth $180,000 in 3 years, which was important to me. Because you're already buying at the height of the housing market, which is scary, because it goes against everything that you should do as an investor or just as a buyer, right? Like, you buy your you should buy your summer clothes in the winter and your winter clothes in the summer so that you save money. Like, that's what I do. And then you should buy housing when it's low. The problem is that I didn't get a full-time job until four months ago. Then I got the pre-approval letter from the bank 3 months ago. And then I started looking for houses. So I wasn't even able to buy a house until 12 weeks ago, which bothers me because I had been wanting to buy a house for years. And had I been able to buy a house before the pandemic, things would have been a lot better financially. And I probably would have had not even financially, I would have had better recordings. I would have had a place to record. I've been jumping around in different apartments like every 6 months now. It's been driving me insane. Oh, man. I just got to I need a home base. I don't know what to do with this. I can't kill this part, can I? Like, Well, what if I did this? Hold on. You have your C. What if I did this? Because then now you'd have G, B, 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 D. And then this is E. So then you have G, G, E, B. So what if you did something like that? This is easier. This is easier to play. And this part I can break out to the flutes. So this is easier to play. Okay, I feel good about this. Okay. Well, now you will. Yeah, I know. I don't like to delay things. I have a little bit of an obsessive personality where I do get fixated on things. And so when had I been able to buy the house 5 years ago when I wanted to. I was not approved for a house 5 years ago. I was approved for a house for like $110,000 when I was teaching at the college. And now those same houses that I wanted to buy, like none of them had a place for me to record my orchestra. Not that I would have been able to afford it after I bought the house anyway. So I decided not to do it because it's stupid to buy a house for $110,000, especially in New Jersey where things are expensive. Like $110,000 in like, I don't know, Arkansas or Ohio. You can probably find something good there, like a post barn frame, some house, whatever. In Jersey, $110,000 gets you oh my God. Anyway, so then you wake up years later, you finally get the job, get pre-approval, now houses are 3 times as expensive. That same $100,000 house today is like $270,000. And then the property taxes went up too, about 8% this year also. I feel like this sounds better. That's what I always. Oh, excuse me. That's what I always try and do. I always try and make it not just easier to play, but that it sounds better, while also being easier to play. Yeah. So it has to be a double whammy. Otherwise, you're just wasting time. So, yeah, this sounds good to me. So then you'd have E here, and then this one will be F. So much easier to sight read and play and all those other things. So actually, in fact, let's see, you'd have D here, D, D, E. Huh. I wonder... Hey, what's up, Raptor? Have 2 projects due tomorrow, just popping in and say, oh, cool, thanks, pal. I'm only streaming for like another like 10 minutes till 7:45. All right, let's see what I'm doing with this. Okay, so. Give this A here. Okay. So how's this sound then? All right. This should be an octave lower. Boom, 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 boom. Okay, so that's how I'll have the bass enter there. Let's see what I'm going to do here. Da-da-da, da-da-da, da-da, da-da. Should probably come down. I don't like this part at all. Da-da-da-da-da. What I should do here? This might be a little bit too intense. If I just walk it down. B, A, then you get the F there. Any E's fighting? No. D's and C's. Let me think about it. This has to come down. Let's bring this out. Make this a quarter note. Take the B and the A. Oh, that fits. It's actually the A that's fighting. It's this. There's your rub. All right, then let's take these two, put them here. Oh, it's not going to fit. It's like a really crappy Jenga piece. Oh my gosh. All right, let's see if that works. All right, that fits. What's up, Lucas? Hey, why was the will so obvious? It was a dead giveaway. Okay, Lucas, you have to start doing holiday themed ones, and it can be the same joke. It could be like, why was the dead snowman's will so obvious? Because it was a dead giveaway. There you go. All right, so let's go here. All right. So I feel like this should probably be a little bit higher. So let's do it from here. Here we go. Now, I do not know what to do with this. Is that really what you're working with here, a high G? It is a high G, huh? G, G, F. F, F, E, F, G. Wow, that is what you're working with, huh? So this part, I feel like I don't even know if this is going to fit. Yeah, it did. Okay. There's a weird voicing. One, two, three, four. So something like this. Let me make this forte CC This is getting ridiculous because I can't even hear it. Oh, come on. Why is it? Who puts the I'm an idiot. Dynamics do go on the bottom. Man, I am so messed up right now. Okay, so let's check this out. Okay, so that sounds better. So let's hear just this part. Okay, so there we have E, F, F, D, D. Yeah, this is the same. Then you have the C here on the bass. Yeah, so this is the same. I was just going to say the flute was pretty quiet. Yeah, the flute's way too quiet. I don't know why. It's not quiet in play. I have two engines. I don't know why I have two engines. Can I delete this one? Why do I have two engines? You don't need two. You just need one. What's this all about? I wonder if that has something to do with it. How do I delete that? Can I delete it like that? Do I go like this? Delete, 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 nothing. If I were to do 5, does it save with 5? No, it doesn't. Can I delete, right click, override? There's no delete button here. What's this do? I'm just gonna start pushing stuff. All right. It's weird that there's two of them. Yeah, I don't know. I don't know why there's a full orchestral thing there. Is there something going on with the flow here? Do I have like a different flow that I'm just not seeing? No. I'm not seeing anything. All right, I gotta make another thing to Dorico. This thing's getting all messed up. Wait, how do... Yeah, nothing. Unless it's here? No. No, I got nothing, man. What's reset override? Oh, that's a delete. Delete slot? Hey! I'm getting somewhere. I don't think this is it though. I think your best bet is to create another. You gotta do this with every instrument? Seems a little bit ridiculous. I don't think deleting the slot does anything actually. I mean, it obviously removes it from RAM, but reset override, what's that do? Okay, nothing. Special reset controller? Nothing. It's just delete slot. But I don't think delete slot, like, okay, watch. I'll delete all these slots, and then I don't think it gets me anywhere. Delete slot. So nothing. Playback template. Here, playback template. I don't know. All right. At least this one has people. And this one has nothing. All right. I probably should not have deleted that. I probably should have recorded it for Dorico. Now I'm not going to be able to reproduce the problem. Oh well, forget it. You can take the D out. Make this F. So you have this. Alright, so that's it. I'm going to bed, guys. This would be the chorus, actually. So go here. Chorus. All right. Okay, so it's this. All right. Okay, so then it's just the same thing twice. So let's repeat that here once, or I guess a third time, and then kill it here. So you would just be doing it 3 times. I don't know why I jumped into 174. So now you'd have it like here. So then that part is going to be this. Da-da-da-da-da-da. So it would be this. It would be this. Okay. So it's this. Okay. All right. You have to go. All right, Rec Rap. Thanks for gracing us with your presence. Oh, Lucas with the puns. Lucas, you know how to make a grown man cry. Let me just say. Okay, this is going to be a verse. So I got to go eat dinner, probably. Shoot, that might be good for me. So that's all. I've been way out of funk the past couple days, trying to do this. Buying a house is just exhausting. Buying a house is exhausting financially, emotionally. You find a house of your dreams, and then it's like the realtor says, "Oh, don't buy that one because it has foundation issues or something." It's gonna you find the house of your dreams, right? For like $170,000, and the realtor's like, "Oh yeah, no, don't go for that one, because there are structural issues, and it'll cost you $60,000 next year to fix it." And you're like, "Oh man, but I love this house." And then you go with the $200,000 house, which is more expensive on the sticker price, but it's actually cheaper in the long run, and you can mortgage it rather than paying out cash for it, like you would have to do with the other one, because you have to fix it up. Real estate is just bizarre, man. I mean, it's your biggest purchase of your life, right? Between that and a car, but I drive a car from 2003, which is on its last legs. That's why I say is I want to live near Philadelphia. Because if my car breaks down, then I don't have to drive anywhere. I also don't ever want to drive again after everything I've been through. So there's that too. So I would love to live in Philadelphia, though. That was always my dream when I was younger. The plan was always to live in Los Angeles for a couple of years and then move to Philadelphia, after going through South Korea, of course. And those plans obviously didn't work out. So, but you can't record an orchestra in Philadelphia. You'll get kicked out, of your apartment, not of the city. Just the apartment would find out because it's a row home. Like every apartment in Philadelphia is a row home, so you can't do it. It goes back to, do I do the virtual orchestra? But we're going in circles now, right? I mean, it's like, excuse me, I tried the virtual orchestra. It's a crappy product. I didn't even upload because I feel so bad about it. The problem I have with this house, the one that I put the offer in and we're trying to bring them down, is I don't even know if I'll buy it. Even if they accept the offer. I don't love the house. And I want to love a house. But why would I want to love a house? Right? The house, the whole purpose of the dumb house is to just give you a recording, a basement for an orchestra recording. That's all this house is. I do not need to fall in love with this house. This is not my forever house. It's a house for 2 years. That's all it is. You're gonna live in this house. You're gonna eat it up and spit it out in 3 years. That's all it is. You don't love this house. You're not getting married to it. Oh man. But it would be cool if I got married to a house. I would like it to live in a house that I care about with my orchestra in the basement. That'd be so cool. Imagine that, dude. You have a cool house and it's like cool. It's a cool house, and then like you're also working. There's like a secret lab in the basement. Oh, that'd be so cool. Like that the town like doesn't know about or something. It's just like, like there's a whole recording studio in the basement. Oh, what a crazy idea. This crazy kid's gonna start an orchestra in his basement. Oh my god, dude! If the neighbors ever found out, but they won't because it's gonna be soundproof. But oh my god, just the thought of seeing 50 musicians walking into a basement, I imagine they're gonna be like, "What the hell is this kid doing?" Oh my god, it's the funniest visual in my stupid brain. One day it will be that way. Do you think you could sift through the endless catalog of old songs and upload them all normally without the actual orchestra players? That way you can publish things right now. Upload them all normally without the actual orchestra players. You mean like the Dorico recordings? Then as time goes on, you can get the actual orchestra going? I don't understand what you mean. You mean like do you mean, I mean, we've talked about this. Like, you mean like here, just go into File, Export Audio, and then export the MP3? And do that for each song and sell it on my website? Yeah, I mean, listen. The business model is that, in theory, I'm not going to get screwed out of this. In theory, even if my outgoing expenses are $1,000 a week, and they're not, it's going to be $1,000 every 2 weeks because I'm only going to be 2 recordings. That's all I can afford to. So you have $2,000 of outgoing expenses outside of the house. You do the house with the mortgage and a new lawnmower, and permits and toilet paper and whatever else. You're all in for whatever $3,000 a month. You're eating your savings at whatever your expenses are, but in theory, it's a generating company or whatever. It's a generating project. It's a money generating project. So yeah, I could upload the MP3 to my store to generate a little bit of revenue to chip away at that $2,000 of labor expenses. Right? It's going to be 5 musicians pay $200 per recording every 2 weeks. So it's 1,000 and then 1,000. Lawn, how much lawn? A lawn. I mean, a lawnmower is like $300, or I pay someone $30 to cut the lawn. I mean, it's like you're splitting hairs. I mean, I might as well just buy the dumb lawnmower. But it's not going to be horrible because even owning a house has tax write-offs and stuff, so I probably won't get hurt that bad as a first-time home buyer. I think I'll be okay. In theory, this will be about a little bit more expensive than my current rent situation, and my rent situation isn't that bad. So let's say like I'm all in for like $1,200. That's not horrible. Yeah, it's going to be more than 12. It's going to be more like, I think maybe 13 or 14. Because taxes in New Jersey are ridiculous. They're like $6,000 a month, $7,000, whatever it is. You hate mowing the lawn? I was thinking, it's funny that you say that. I was thinking about buying, because of how much I hate mowing the lawn. I was thinking about buying one of these for like $300. One of these like robot lawnmowers or whatever. Well, this one's expensive, but it's like the Roomba. It's like a Roomba vacuum cleaner, but for the lawn. And now this one has crappy rating, so I wouldn't get this one obviously. But you just press go, like you set up your perimeter, like they give you special string that the robot can kind of like visually see, like quote unquote see in the dark and all. You know, it's like a radar string, and you put it around your lawn, and then the robot, which is dead silent because it's electric, just trims it every day. So it doesn't trim it once per month or once per week, because then it just and it runs all day. It runs like 10 hours a day, and that's all it's doing is just cutting lawn, um, which is it's cool. And then you don't ever have to cut the lawn ever. Um, I don't know. I don't even know if some of the ones do work. That one I highlighted looked like a crappy one, but there are ones that I have it written down in a notepad somewhere of like what I've researched to be like the best lawnmowers, the best ladders for when you have to clean the gutters in the house, the best rug that I want to have, the best like recording panels for the acoustics, the best like insulation for the basement for the heat. But all this stuff is going to cost a lot of money. Not a ton. It's not going to be like stupid money. It's little bits of money that add up. It's $100 here and $100 there and $100 there. And then before you know it, part of the reason why I've been able to save up so much money is because I've been paying rent and I'm not paying taxes or mowing the lawn or HOA fees or, I mean, nothing. I don't have to change the gutters in this place. I don't have to shovel the lawn, shovel the snow. I don't even have to take out the trash. I mean, there's a trash disposal, but I don't do anything. And the second you own a home, oh yeah, I've done stupid. You know me, I'm like obsessive personality. It's like, yeah, I've done a stupid amount of. It's a whole notepad. It's probably 10 pages of like notes of like everything. If I'm watching a video on like, you know, how to fix the dishwasher, then like I have notes on like the best videos on YouTube that I've watched and taken notes about, or the best whatever. I think I'm fairly prepared, and I think I'm due for a win, because it's been all losses. Now, just because I've lost 15 times in a row for 15 years doesn't mean that I deserve a win. You know, this might lose too. But if the orchestra doesn't work out, which I think it will, but if it doesn't, then at least I know that the house isn't going to put me into bankruptcy. Because the house, hopefully I buy it at less than what it's worth, in theory. So that if I have to sell the house in 2 years, I'm not going to have to sell it at a $50,000 loss. In theory. That's the hope. So. The best thing about buying a house, though, and I've thought about this. My dishwasher has been broken for years. The last time I opened it was a few months ago, and I nearly puked from the rest. Oh, dude, Lucas, man. Lucas. What are you doing? Lucas. Lucas, no. No. These are things you got to take into account. Lucas, you got to have a dishwasher, my man. You can't. See, when things start breaking in the house, that's when things get really, really bad. Like, you know, if you don't keep up with it. The scariest part of a house is that if no one lives in the house, then things start breaking, right? Like if a house has been dormant for a year or two, if it's been on the market and no one's bought it, then things in the house just start breaking. There's rats, there's spiders, the wood starts to decay because there's no heat, nothing's been winterized, so the pipes start to break. And then the inverse of that. If someone lives in the house and uses the stuff, then that also breaks it, right? Because then if you're using it, then the door stops working. Then the lights go out. Then the dishwasher stops. Then it's like you can't win. Both sides, whether someone lives in a house or doesn't live in a house, it's going to break. Something's going to break. And that's the part that I find scary. Because a house isn't like a one-time purchase and you just kind of like just don't touch it. I mean, I'm sure there's like periods of years when things get fixed and you don't have to worry about upkeep. But there's a scenario there where things can get really bad. I used to use my dishwasher all the time. Now I have to manually wash them all, and it takes literally hours, and I hate it. What's it, dude? A dishwasher costs like what, like $200, $300? I mean, isn't your time worth more than that? Like, if we're talking hours, even if your time is, let's say it's $15 an hour. Let's say that's what you're worth. Let's say it's 20 because of inflation. If you're spending hours a week washing the dishes, then you're spending like 100 hours per week in labor washing the dishes when you could just buy the dishwasher and make back the money in labor that you saved. Like, it would pay for itself in the first 2 weeks. Because like you can do, in terms of efficiency, some people like washing the dishes. I don't mind it. I mean, I prefer not to do it. I'd prefer not to do anything. I am so lazy. That's what scares me about owning a home. So scary about owning a home is that I am so lazy. I don't like doing the trash. I don't like shoveling. God, could you imagine having a backyard and you have to like rake the leaves? Oh my God. I do not want any of this. I don't want any of that, dude. None of it. The only thing I want to do, I want a house that's not connected to anyone, with a huge basement with no lawn. That's it. That's my dream house. And I can't find it, and it kills me. Every day when I look at these houses, it kills me that all these houses have backyards. Oh my gosh. Dude, Jim, if there were the Lazy Olympics, I would proudly be number one. That's why I like writing software. That's why you probably like to write games, because it's automated, right? I mean, you write the game once, and, either as passive income, or even just you as a software developer or as a game developer, like you're good at writing code. Like, I'm all about code and automating my life. Setting clocks, setting calendars, setting like, just like automated, like cutting the lawn, having the lights turn on when you walk into a room. Mine don't, but I love the fantasy of that. I love just the, I guess like the dream of that, right? And part of that dream is not to have any grass. It's just all cement. When it rains, it drains. When it snows, it drains. And no trees. I want no trees around my house. I don't want acorns. I don't want leaves. I don't want squirrels. I don't want any of that stuff. Oh my God. Dude, that's all I want, man. Like here, like house, like here, like a Google search for house with no leaves. That's what I want. Here, house with all cement. That's it. Dream house. Look at that. Look, this is my dream house. You don't do anything. You don't cut the grass. You don't cut the bushes. There's just an orchestra in the basement here. And then maybe you have a porch up top here to invite friends over. That's it. That's all. This dream house. Oh my gosh. It's perfect, guys. It's perfect. Put a little fence around here for the top, the roof, so that you don't fall off to your death. Oh, I love it. Not that there's too much grass there. I guess this is not bad. It depends how big the lawn is. God, that's gorgeous. But it's so expensive. It's so modern. But, oh man. This dream house. Dream house. That's it. 260 concrete homes. Oh, I just pushed something. There we go. Concrete homes and ideas. Oh, I love it. Give me. I don't even want a real lawnmower. I want one of those manual lawnmowers with the turny rotary knobs. Manual lawnmower. I want these. That's what you would cut that lawn. This one. You would cut that grass. This is what I want. Look, Jim. I want my backyard to look like this. I want. The most I want is maybe 15 or 20 steps that it takes to cut my lawn. This might even be a little bit too big. But that's it. And you can't find one of those houses. And it kills me. You have good taste. Thanks, Lucas. Oh, man. One of these houses that I'm looking to buy, I put in 3 bids, 3 different houses. Whichever one comes in cheapest, I'm buying. But one of the houses has a lawn it's a little bit excessive. It's not the biggest lawn in the world, but it's a lawn, and you'd have to maintain it, or else you'd get a fine from the county or something. I know. It's crazy, Jim. The main thing I hate about this house that I was talking to with my realtor this morning is that there's a lawn that's a little bit too big for what I'm looking for. And the part of the problem with the lawn is that it's not just about cutting the lawn. That part sucks. I get it. I'm never having friends over. Maybe a couple friends, but we're not taking up a whole lawn. Half of them are going to be inside the house. The other half are going to be outside on a porch or something. It's not going to be a big deal. The part that I hate about the lawn being big is that I'm paying taxes on that lawn that I will never use. I'm paying taxes on schools that I have no children that will never attend that school. At least not now. I don't have any children now. And I'm happy to pay taxes. I think we should have parks and, roads without potholes and schools and, fire engines and policemen. I think that's all important in a neighborhood. But most of that is the land that you're paying the taxes on. And I feel like you could really just have a smaller lawn on this one house, the only house that I could find with a basement. Not a basement. I mean, with a basement big enough for an orchestra. There are other houses with basements, and it has this lawn that is just excessive. And I'm just like, dude, give me a cheaper lawn so my taxes can be $4,000 instead of $6,000. $6,000 is a ton of money, man. Oh my God, that's so much money. That's my rent that I'm paying here plus $6,000 a month. Like if you thought life was financially tough before, wait until they take away $6,000 from you every year. And that's before you even buy new locks on the doors or fix the toilet. I mean, this thing can get really, really bad, man. Trying to start a company in your basement. You grow rocks. Oh, man. Oh, man. All right, it's 8:20. Everyone have a good night. We'll see you all back here tomorrow. How do I turn this thing off? Oh, I got to start getting used to StreamYard too. All right, we'll see you all back here tomorrow.